Hey, old men and women. This is Scott and Sam again with you with another audacious podcast episode. It's just Sam and I today. We did have a guest who did need to be somewhere else, so that has been rescheduled. And if you wanted to hear what we've been talking about the last session, I think we talked about that person from Hammer Nutrition being on with us, Steve Bourne. He will be back in a future episode. So if you were expecting him, you can just hang up now or continue listening. We hope you We hope you hang around and just listen to what Sam and I have to say. So good afternoon, Sam.
Good
How are you
afternoon,
doing?
Scott.
How are you? Good.
Not too bad.
Excellent. So I know it is Friday. We're recording this on Friday afternoon, March 8th, and Sam and I both gotten our runs in already. I am recovering because I am getting ready for a half marathon on Sunday. So I have the Normatec boots on. So this is a special treat for me. And Sam gets to watch me relax while we talk. And that's why I'm sitting in the lounge chair. He promises to whistle if I start dozing off too. But these things usually relax me so much that it's easy to fall asleep. But Sam's not boring. And what we talk about won't be boring. So I won't fall asleep. How was your run this morning?
It was good. It was good. I had a tempo run yesterday, so I did my 10K this morning, and my quads were a bit spent from yesterday, but it was good.
You had a workout. Yeah. I ran with a client today, which was kind of fun. It was just the two of us. And every time I run with him, since he's a beginner, his Garmin tells him that you've just PR'd the distance that we ran. So he says to me, every time I run with you, I get a PR. I said, well, then you're just going to have to do all your runs with me. And you might as well sign up to be a client forever right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I jokingly told him that, did you see in our coaching contract that every time you PR, I get to raise my rate? And he said, well, he goes, I don't have a PR. So when we race on Sunday, I'm going to get a PR because it's going to be his first half marathon. I said, exactly. I knew that was going to happen. So it was fun to talk about. We joked about that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he's a good guy, and he's doing well. He says he follows the workouts. He's starting to love running as much as we do, and
Is
he's
this
doing
going to be
everything right.
his first half marathon?
Yes, it's the first time he's
Okay.
strapping on a bib. He's only been running, just recreationally for the last 3 or 4 months. I've been coaching him for about 2 months, and so he's following my workouts. He's very good. He almost does every workout. We meet every 2 weeks to run together, and so we ran this morning, and 5 mile run, and then the next time I see him will be in New York at the New York City half marathon that I am.
Scott, that is so awesome. And he's going to PR because he's never run a half marathon
Yeah,
race before.
yep. He's gonna get a PR no matter what. So he has some goals in mind. He's doing so well. He goes, "Do you think we can go under 2? What do you think we could do?" I said, "Well, I don't know. There are some bridges there, and there's some significant elevations going into the park. So let's not set our goal at 2. Let's see how we do after 10 miles, and if we feel good, we want to push it. Let's see what happens." So
And that is so fantastic that you're doing that with a client. And that's going to be
yeah,
a milestone for him for life.
yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to running with him. So we're going to do that together.
That's awesome.
And yeah, I want to hear more. I think we want to talk more about your race that you did a couple of weeks ago. I'm a little bit in the dark about the format and the name. I've heard this before, but maybe we can talk about what Rock and Roll Series is. They put on a whole bunch of races, but
They
what is the
do.
premise?
And
What's the premise of that?
the premise of it, I tell you what, it's a fantastic organization and they take care of you really, really good. This is Las Vegas. I ran the half in Las Vegas for rock and roll. That was my third event. I'll be running the marathon in April through rock and roll. That'll be my fourth event with them. And it's always fantastic.
Okay.
the after parties and everything like that. Especially after, because I double dipped. I did the 5K and the half, and the 5K was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
And
the
I had
course is right.
family join me.
Yeah, and you're in right through downtown Vegas, right? Right by the
Yes,
right on the strip.
yes, it
Yeah.
was great. And I'm not used to running in the evenings. We started at like four. I think my wave for the 5K was at 4:40, and it was the same for the half marathon was 4:40. But when you come back into the town, the sun's setting and the lights are up, so it
Yeah, that
was
must
really really good.
be amazing. That sounds so cool.
Seriously enjoyed it.
I'm gonna have to catch one of those one day or
Yes,
sometime.
they're excellent.
Okay. Yeah, I know they put
And
them on
our
all over.
coach, Coach Bertrand Newson, is a ambassador for rock and roll.
Okay. Awesome. So I'll talk to Coach B about that one day when recommend which one that we can all three do together. That would be
That would be
fantastic.
great, Scott. I'd love that.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, Sam and I are still trying to schedule when we get to run together. I've only seen Sam this way through a screen, and but we have. I'm sure within the next 6 months we will embrace each other in person. That's
Yes.
that's something.
Hopefully in Montana, Whitefish Montana Marathon. But if
Yeah,
not, Scott is going to come
yeah,
visit me in Florida.
yeah. We're going to do the Sam Pappas 5K around his neighborhood. That's what we're going to do, and then I'll get
That's
lemon.
more of a half marathon.
Oh, all right. As long as Nora makes us lunch, I'll be happy.
Oh, you're good. We'll take care of you. Promise.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Sam is a, a barbecue extraordinaire chef. I
Yeah,
understand.
smoker. I love the
A
smoking
smoker. Yep.
stuff. So
I've seen some of the things that he sent me pictures of some of his delicacies and always mouth-watering pictures.
I will
Fantastic.
treat you and Rena. That's for
Okay.
sure.
We'll be there. So, what else is going on? Everything else? Let's see. What else? Did you buy anything this week? Any running related stuff? Or since
No,
we
I
last
didn't.
spoke?
But the one thing I did do is I broke out my Alpha Fly 2s
Okay.
that I got over a year ago. I did run in the other set I have of Alpha Fly 2s from a marathon in Panama City. It
Hmm.
caused a lot, for me, it caused a lot of toe pain. I did lose my right toenail, but I recently broke them back out because I learned a lot in the last year. And I have been running. I ran in what I'm going to use for my race day in next weekend because I got a half coming up, and then I got Nashville coming up.
Hmm.
So I'm going to run the Alpha Fly 2s. The 3 sold out very quickly.
Yes.
So I have broken those back out. I had a brand new pair of Alpha Fly 2s that I just broke out the other day.
Okay.
Still in the box.
Yeah.
So I'm trying those out, and they worked very well.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I still have the V1s. I didn't get the V2s when they came out, but I only used them one time. I think the last time I raced in them was Chicago in 20.
Alphas,
The Alpha ones. Yeah.
yeah,
The
these are
Vaporflies.
2s, but
Yeah,
I
the
tell you what,
Vaporflies are done. Yeah.
yeah. But
Okay.
the 2s, I got a brand new pair of them that I've had under my bed for over a year because I learned a lot in the last year or so as far as socks and lacing and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I did not have the pain that I usually do.
Okay.
So I broke them back out, and I ran yesterday for my tempo run, and now Fly 2s just to try them out. Brand new pair, and they worked
And
out well.
they're good. Okay. Yeah, I'm still experimenting with which shoes I'm going to wear for my races. Since I'm not really racing until Asbury, which is in April, the shoes that I wear for New York, I just want a shoe that's going to be comfortable. I don't need a fast
Right,
race day shoe. So I might just
absolutely.
yeah. So I might even go with something like the Saucony Triumph or
Right,
my Asics Super Blasts. Just something that I don't mind keeping on my feet for three and a half to not, no, it's only a half 2 hours or so. So I'm not looking for something that's really light and fast until I get to Asbury.
right.
Then I'll probably go with the Endorphin Pro 3 or the ASICS Metaspeed Sky, which is my other race day shoe.
Well, the only time I'm going to try to PR a marathon this year is at CIM. I'm going to try to PR that one.
Yeah, you could do it there because it's net negative elevation. There are some rolling hills there, but the elevation is towards the end. It's mostly flat. The last 6
right.
miles.
I talked to Becca and Bertrand about that. And I'm going to try to PR that one.
Yeah.
I got the Detroit Marathon. I got the Whitefish, and I got Detroit Marathon. Detroit, that's my hometown, so I'm going to try to just enjoy that.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at a PR on that one.
Right.
Plus, you got to go over the bridge and under the tunnel.
Yeah, there's some bridges into that one. Yeah, my fall race card is not set yet, so I have nothing yet after May. After this May, I don't have anything set. But it gets really hot.
That's our downtime usually.
Yeah, June, July, August, you don't really race. You just wake up early, and run as soon as you can because it's 80 degrees by 8 a.m.
Right.
Here in the Northeast, and by you, it's 80 degrees overnight.
Yes. I usually run in 95% humidity and in the upper 70s when I go out.
Yeah.
But so Whitefish will be my last one of this quarter.
Right. So when you go out in that kind of heat, do you bring hydration with you? What's your strategy for that?
My strategy for where I am, because I got to pass my house several times in my runs, is I'll keep water, hydration, and electrolytes in my mailbox.
Oh.
So I'll slow it down and take electrolytes or hydration.
Okay, so you don't carry anything. You just pass your house.
I don't carry anything. I do have a couple of Camelbacks.
Yeah.
But I haven't used them in quite a while. But I'll run by my house and I'll grab what I need.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I carry my gels with me, but as far as water and electrolytes, that's usually my mailbox, and I'll slow it down and grab it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good way to do it if you're passing by a place that you can store it.
Right.
And it's out of the sunlight. I did a run last summer where my wife Rena would she sat on the bench on the boardwalk, and I was just doing back and forth on the boardwalk. And as I passed by, she would see me, and she would hold out the water bottle like on her hand, and I'd grab a bottle and drink it until it was empty, and then I put it in the garbage can. It was just like a Poland Spring bottle, and then
we got some good spouses, don't we?
Yeah, so
we do.
She was helpful there. She just sat and watched, sat on the boardwalk.
That's awesome.
Jersey Shore. Yeah, so that was a fun day. We did that. So I didn't have any new shoes this week myself. I tried a pair, but they didn't work out for me, so I had to send them back.
Which ones?
So I bought the New Balance SC Trainer version 2. I was excited to try that because I know you like it very much, and a lot of people I know enjoy that shoe. But for some reason, the New Balance shoes, the toe box is kind of small on me, and on one particular foot, my toes are getting cramped. So my left foot is a little bit bigger. So it's just not a good fit.
Right.
Same size shoe and Asics and Saucony fit me much better. So
and that's why we got to try different things.
Yeah. So those brands seem to fit me best. So I'm going to stick with them. Although I really want to. The one shoe that I'm looking forward to trying is the Rebel V4. So I'm just waiting for my size to come in to try it on.
Our coach is trying those out too.
Yeah, he got a pair. So we have them in our store, but only in a size 12. Well, only 12. Yeah, just a small 12. I'm a 12 and a half. So anybody listening, if you have any 12 and a halves you don't need, just let us know.
I'm a size 9, so they sell out quick.
Yeah, you are the model size, but 12 and a half for some reason we don't get a lot in the store, so I don't get to try many pair on. But everything else is going really well. Training for these 3 consecutive weeks of racing have been going well. So this is my last weekend this is my first weekend of racing. So I'm racing Sunday half, next Sunday in New York, the New York half, and then a 10K race the third week. Then I have a week off, and then another half.
What are you
So
doing for nutrition and prep for these races?
yeah, so I've been taking a lot of. I've been just really focusing on protein, making sure that I get protein after my meals. So I've had egg with sausage has been my lunch. So rather than this, my favorite peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'll make scrambled eggs with sausage and a little bit of cheese. I have
Right.
no problem. I have no problem eating that afterwards. So I try to eat eggs a couple of times a week. In the morning, I am nourishing my body with steel cut oats with
Okay.
fresh fruit, usually
That's good
blueberries and
stuff.
strawberries. So I'm getting pretty efficient at making a bowl of steel cut oats in a short amount of time. Not the instant stuff, but boil the water and mix it up and let it steep. And so that's been a primary food. Of course, I'm still eating yogurt and bananas and blueberries. Um, Yogurt doesn't really have much in it. It's a little calcium, but it doesn't have any carbs or protein.
What I found for myself is blueberries are like really important.
Yep, I have blueberries almost every day.
I do
Yeah,
too. I
yeah,
have at least a couple blueberries a day.
yeah. In the evening, we've been I'm skipping the ice cream and eating an orange. So it's not a great substitute. It's not as delicious, but instead of a bowl of ice cream, we have an orange, and maybe I'll have a couple of coconut roll cookies and a glass of almond milk. That's been my snack. And of course, while I'm running, I'm taking gels more than I used to. So rather, if I go out for
Right.
anything more than 3 miles, I'm bringing a hammer gel with me. Sometimes
So
I'll bring,
you're using hammers?
yeah, I've been using the hammer gel for training, and I'll probably use Morton for for races. But the
Right.
hammer gel's got a lot of good nutrition in it, and it's got a good mix of calories, and
They do.
so the hammer gel is excellent there. By the way, if you haven't noticed, we talk about Hammer a lot. They are an unnamed sponsor. So they're not necessarily a signed sponsor, but they do support Sam and I with product. And everybody who listens to this podcast gets a 15% discount. Check the show notes for a link that'll take you to Hammer Nutrition, and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
Hammers some good stuff
Yeah.
all
So,
around.
and we're not saying that because Steve was going to be here. We would have said that if we'll say that again when Steve is on. So, but yeah, we both appreciate Hammer. They've been in business for a long time. They've been fueling endurance athletes for a long time. Triathletes, bicyclists, or cyclists, and swimmers,
Right.
and runners like us. Um, what else? What else is going on? Your trip was good. You got back okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the flight was good. When I flew out to Vegas, of course, we took American and we had to fly to Raleigh from Florida, then to Vegas. But from Vegas to Florida, it was Allegiant. And I
Yep.
was like really impressed with Allegiant
Okay.
because it was a
Never.
direct flight, fast,
Okay.
and I was happy with the air travel.
Never flew that one. Yeah. Did you stay in a casino resort when you stayed out in Vegas?
No, my wife is a Wyndham person with the
Okay.
points and stuff like that.
Oh, great. Yep.
So we stayed in a condo. And
Okay.
my twins, my twin daughters that are 27, and they both drove up from Mesa, Arizona to join us.
Okay. Right. So yeah, family, friends.
Yeah, it was great.
You saw
And
Bertrand
Bertrand and Becca were there.
yeah. So you
I
saw.
got to meet Coach's dad, his
Oh, okay.
brother.
Okay.
We went out to
Yeah.
dinner. So it was super great.
Yeah. What
So
a
a
great
lot of the
trip.
running community for me is the community itself.
Yeah.
Meeting family, friends.
Yeah. That's what it's about. I mean, yeah, running is a lot more than just endurance.
It
It's,
is. It's a lot
yeah.
more than that. It's
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah. So if you guys run by yourself, I guess my advice would be try to find a community, a run club, go to your gym, see if there are some runners there. And if you're the type of person that just needs to meet someone, go to a park. You're going to see somebody running, and
You will.
a good way to you can just say something like, "Hey, those are really nice shoes. How do you like them?" That's a good icebreaker. Um, Runners like to hear that they think that other people think their shoes are awesome. So just compliment them on their running shoes or their attire, or say, "Hey, you look pretty fast. What are you training for?" There are lots of running openers to
Right.
strike up a conversation. Yeah,
And myself and Scott being coaches are like, well, we see you out here, but would you like some help?
yeah, yeah. You can always we do that often as well.
Yes. I do it
Ah,
around here sometimes, but
the boots just went up to 11. They're really they're squeezing my feet. It's kind of painful. Uh,
I thought you were passing out from
oh,
getting ready to go to sleep, but
I think I gotta set the level down. Oh, at some point, it just
I
kind of
got to get me a pair.
it just squeezes. Yeah, I have the Normatec boots on. I think I mentioned that at the beginning, but I've been in them for about 15, 20, since the beginning of this podcast, 20 minutes, and it's starting
How long do
to.
they run for like a full course?
You can set the timer to 45 minutes.
Really? What'd you set it for?
I had it for 45 minutes, so it still has 26 minutes on it, but you can turn it off at any time.
Okay.
And then it has levels 1 through 9, I believe, and I have it on level 6. So
Okay.
the level is how much it's going to compress.
Right.
Yeah. And I have it on it's on a mode where it cycles, so it starts at the bottom of your feet, fills that up, and then it fills up by your ankles, and then calves, and then quads, and then up to by your top of your
I've got to
leg.
get me a pair.
So it flushes, it pulls the blood to the center of your body. It compresses out that way, so it flushes out the lactic acid. It's compressing. The compression is adding to the recovery, and um, to do this every day. We run 6 days a week pretty much, and
6 days a week. Yeah.
you have to recover almost as much as you train.
And that's one thing hooking up with you is I've been like really conscious of my recovery.
Yeah, yeah, that's super important. You want to be. One thing that coach told me: the best ability is availability. Uh, Bertrand
Exactly.
Bertrand told me that lesson when we first started working together, and I'll never forget that slogan. So, being injured or being tired, you can't run. And
True.
my athlete asked me today, goes, "How do you run every day, or how do you run so much?" I said, in my mind, I never not feel like running.
Right.
And he's like, "You want to run that means you want to run all the time?" And I said, "I would run every day, but I know that my body can't. And
Right.
you said you wanted to go 5 miles. If you said you wanted to go 10, I probably would have said okay. I wouldn't have
Right.
argued with you, even though I know that I'm racing on Sunday. I needed to go tapering, right? So we went slow. But
Yeah. I had it in my taper for Monday. I start my taper.
yeah,
Actually, tomorrow I start my taper.
start
But you
tomorrow.
always have the devil and the angel on your shoulders
Yep. The devil
when
saying,
you're
"Oh,
running.
go,
It's like,
yeah,
no, start walking. No, run. Start
yeah,
walking. Run.
yeah,
Start
go,
walking. Run.
yep, go to sleep. No, stay up and watch TV. Go to,
Exactly. So sometimes psychologically, it's a battle,
oh yeah,
especially when your legs are tired and you're like, I'm done. You have to defeat that little inner voice that says quit.
yep.
You have to
We all,
override that voice and keep
yeah,
going.
but also need to listen to your body. If it's telling you to stop,
Yeah.
then it's also you have to know the difference between being fooled into stopping as opposed to hey, I've had enough. It's time for me to scale
Right.
back.
What do they always say? Listen to your physical body.
Yep, you got to listen. So, and if you can't listen
And
to your body, then
that
listen
little
to your.
id will say,
Mhm,
start walking or slow it
mhm.
way down. And you
Yep,
have to defeat that and
yep,
just, I'm going to keep going.
yep. If you have
But
questions like that, if this is something that keeps you awake at night, then contact your coach. And
exactly.
if you don't have a coach, then contact Sam or I. Will either help you out with with your questions or hook you up with a plan. And a plan, as we always say, a run coach is not someone that can write the plans for you. That's part of their role, but everybody can go find a free training plan. The difference is
Right.
finding a plan that's going to work for you and knowing you. So when Sam and I meet with clients, we learn about their habits of what the athlete wants to do. It's very important that we understand what are their goals, what are their abilities, how much time are they going to be willing to put into this effort. The running plan that you download is not going to be able to ask you those questions.
Right.
It's just going to say, hey, run 3 miles a day at this pace, take a rest day, take a recovery day. That's all it could tell you. But
Right.
Right.
Because most 99% of our clients work, so they got to fit their running schedule into their work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
we got to, as coaches, we have to be flexible with that. And
Yes.
if they say, I'm exhausted from last night, or I was working with the contractors, I can't run today, that's okay. Active recovery.
Yep. Right. You don't have to run every day. Oh, you know what?
Those leg massagers must be good.
I can't believe I'm still awake.
I can't either. You're making me want to order those like today.
Yeah. Yeah. If anybody has a coupon for Hyperice Normatec for us, hook Sam up. He needs a pair of boots.
Yeah, I do. I've heard about them for like 3 years, but I don't have a pair.
Yeah. Have you had a chance to try them anywhere?
I have not.
Okay.
But they come highly recommended from you and Coach Bertrand.
Yeah, Coach Bertrand has a pair too.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I bought these. I've had these for a few years, I guess. So.
Well, don't be surprised if I order it today.
Okay.
There's several different options, but I might have to get the budget option, but it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, you do need it's a small mortgage for these things. But,
you do.
Yeah.
Because you're talking $500 to $900.
Yeah. Yeah, depending on where you get them and what if you get them right from Hyperice. Sometimes you can get them at Best Buy and get some money back, or REI. So if you're an REI member and they have them, at least you get some money back. If you put on a Best Buy credit card, you get 10% back. So you still have to lay out the money, but there's ways to get some of it back.
Right.
The fitness club that I belong to also resells them. So if you
really,
so let me know if you are actually going to look at them. Let me see what my gym sells them for.
You got like used ones?
No, brand new. Lifetime sells them.
But refurbished or what?
No, they're brand new.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we have to talk after this.
Yeah, we should talk offline because it's not public.
Right.
All right. Well, we've been going about 30 minutes, and I have to get these boots off, and I don't think I'll be able to do that while we're still talking.
Okay.
So, you want to sign us out?
Yeah. Scott, it's always a pleasure talking to you, and I really hope you can make it to Whitefish.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it work, so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Otherwise, we will see you somewhere in the United States.
Yes.
All right.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. Tell your friends about us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.